it's emerged that the home of a comedian, Anton Taylor, was raided by the Special Policing Unit, the Hawks, after he made a satirical video about the now suspended Police Minister Senzo Mchunu earlier this year. Taylor portrayed a fictional Czech criminal who bribed Mchunu with a BMW and sex workers to investigate the KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner, Anton Taylor. Usually freedom of expression wins the day in South Africa, and Taylor says preventing comedians from making jokes is the most un-South African thing to do. Let's get the view of the Executive Director of the Campaign for Free Expression, Professor Anton Harber. Professor, thank you for being with us as always. What do you think about the state response to a comedic, satirical video?
Thank you. It's absolutely outrageous. There's no question. It's an abuse of police power. It's an abuse of the minister's power. It's an abuse of judicial power. There is no way that there's any possible valid charge against a comedian clearly making jokes. You know, satire is protected under our Constitution, and the Constitutional Court has been very clear in establishing that police should raid his house, that a judge or magistrate should give a warrant to seize his cell phone and to raid for his cell phone. This is the kind of action one expects in a dictatorship, not in a democracy like South Africa with its constitutional protections. There really needs to be a serious investigation of why the police did it, who made the decisions, to what extent did the minister influence those decisions, because it seems clear that they did it because of the minister, which judge signed the warrant, and so on.
Apparently, Mchunu himself thought that Anton Taylor was a journalist, not a comedian. Does that make it any better?
Excuse me. No, I mean, no, it doesn't, because satire, whoever makes it, and it was so clearly satire, is protected very clearly by our Constitutional Court. There can be no disputing that. And if the minister didn't think this was satire, or didn't bother to Google Anton Taylor to see who it was who was saying these things, or it wasn't obvious from the video, if you look at the video, it's absolutely clear it's satire, then this reflects badly on the minister, because he really looks, quite frankly, quite idiotic.
You said it should be thoroughly investigated. Does this really make you worry about the bigger picture, South Africa's commitment, which has always been there, it seems, to freedom of expression?
No, look, South Africa has shown a very clear commitment. It's got widespread support. It's got the backing of the Constitutional Court. Free expression is well protected, and there's been very few incidents of the government interfering or attempting to interfere with it. But I think this raises questions about police powers being abused. Look, you have to ask, you know, how does a sleepy police force that seems to have so much trouble catching real criminals, convicting murderers, or going after people we know are corrupt, is able to send a number of police cars after a comedian? This is intended to intimidate, intended to send a message, and it's wrong, it's inappropriate, and there should be strong action to demonstrate how wrong it is.
Taylor himself and News 24 have picked up on an acronym that's apparently at the start of the case number, CATS, Crimes Against the State. Although it sounds like the charge was in fact something different, malicious communications, communication, according to News 24, another outlet says damaging the dignity of a person on social media. So it sounds like defamation, but not quite. It's under the Cybercrimes Act. Are you concerned at all about how the law could be used in future?
No, because it's clearly an abuse of the law. I'm concerned about the abuse of police to do this. I'm concerned about how a warrant was issued. I'm concerned about how anyone in the justice system could think that there was anything to do with the charge laid by the minister, except, you know, file it away or just just get rid of it because it was a load of nonsense. You know, one could argue that Anton Taylor's video was rude, even that it was offensive, even that it degraded the minister. But you know, those things are not illegal, particularly in the context of satire by a comedian. Those things are part and parcel of open democratic life, to be encouraged, to be nurtured, to be appreciated. We love our comedians. They play an important role in South Africa. We need to protect them.
There's that very old case where Ferial Haffajee, who was an editor, later said she regretted withdrawing the spear painting. And like you say, satire, comedy, and even art can be rude and hurtful. Is there a message here that this is the price you pay for power? You have to take a few insults, maybe, along the way.
There's no question that if you hold a key position like being a cabinet minister, you're going to face criticism and satire and abuse and challenges to your dignity and your standing. There's no question. But that's part of the richness of an open democracy. And it's what comedians do and should do and must do. And it's our role and the role of the justice system and the Minister of Police and his police force to protect citizens like comedians, not to try and persecute and scare them in this kind of way.
Thank you very much. The Campaign for Free Expression Executive Director, Professor Anton Harber.